Hello and welcome to another video from Mr. Engineer's Magic channel. Today we're going to be playing Modern Boggles. The point of playing Boggles is to take one of these slippery boys and equip him with as many pants as we can and make him very big and very scary for our opponents. So the deck is mainly composed of, let's say, three categories. We have our hexproof creatures between Glade Clover Scout and Slippery Boggle. They're both 1/1s with hexproof, so they are very hard to deal with outside of combat damage or board rats. We have then our aura package, where they're kind of split between utility auras and just power auras or combat auras. Like, for example, Rancor gives us a big creature and evasion, while, for example, Spirit Link just gives us lifelink, which is useful for fighting burn decks and aggressive decks. We also have stuff like Sixth Sense, which gives us a little bit of card draw, alongside with Core Spirit Dancer, which gives us a lot of card draw. The best cards in the deck are Ethereal Armor and Daybreak Coronet. They just make our creature super big and basically unblockable by most creatures in the format. The deck gets away with playing only 19 lands because we have a very low mana curve. We end up at 2. So we get away with playing 19 lands. Point of playing Dryad Arbor is a instant response to an Edict effect, as well as the reason for playing Cartridge Solidarity. In the sideboard, we have Lurrus as our companion. Everything costs less than 3, so Lurrus is the ideal companion for this deck. We have creature removal, artifact and enchantment removal, discard hates, graveyard hates here, and to suppression field for Planeswalker hates, Gaddock Teeg against Control and Tron, Damping Sphere also against Tron and Storm. So let's go into a league. Matchups we would like to avoid is Tron variants. Control variants can also be annoying. If we are on the draw, first game against discard decks is also quite annoying. That's why we really need the Leyline of Sanctity in the sideboard. Let's see how this goes. Boggles is quite an interesting deck to play. Although extremely linear, you kind of need to take into consideration the different combat maths. So we are on the draw, which is a bit annoying for our deck. Hopefully there's no turn 1 discard. Lurrus is our companion. Okay, so this hand we need to mulligan. We have no creatures. If we had even one creature, it would already be playable. We have Dryad Arbor, but it's not worth it. This is another mulligan because we only have Dryad Arbor as our land. That can get bolted or fatal pushed, and then we just cry. Okay, we can work with this. So we will keep both lands. We'll keep the Glade Clover Scout. Ethereal Armor is our best Umbra. We'll bottom Sixth Sense and Spirit Mantle because Spider Umbra gives us some protection. We're playing against Tron. Okay. So the game plan against Tron is to make the biggest creature possible as fast as we can. And being on the draw will be a hard matchup. Okay. Ancient Stirrings probably, and we basically lose next turn if they have card. Oh, okay, maybe they just have it naturally in their hands. Path to Exile is not bad. We're gonna shock ourselves again. If they play a Wormcoil Engine, we're happy. So Spider Umbra, then let's play Ethereal Armor, and just start getting in for damage. Okay. This is quite good. This means no turn 3 Karn, but we might have a turn 4 Ugin, which is basically the same. Or maybe even worse, because Ugin can just exile our board, basically. Chromatic Star. I don't think our opponent gets a good Tron hand. You should mulligan until 4, at least, to get to make sure you have turn 3 Tron. So let's crack Horizon Canopies to see if we can make our scout bigger. Core Spirit Dancer, okay. We'd like to see either another Ethereal Armor or Daybreak Coronets, just to increase the clock here. Good news is if they play Wormcoil Engine, we have this path up. Or even an Ulamog, but Ulamog is kind of far away. Okay, opponent has Tron. Now, do they have a threat? Opponent is thinking quite a lot. Mana Tide would also be funny now. If they play a card and we just Mana Tide the card, it would be funny. Yeah, this is probably a card. Oh, Wormcoil. Okay. Cool. And Relic, so we're going to path this Wormcoil now. This gives them a forest and possibilities of playing Ugin next turn, but I think we lose either way. Okay, so let's play Core Spirit Dancer. Let's equip this Sixth Sense to Gladecover Scouts. Draw a card from Core Spirit Dancer. Okay, we can play this Dryad Arbor. No, we already played a land. And just attack with Gladecover Scouts. Draw another card. So if they don't kill us, if they don't wrath the board with Ugin, I think we are in a good spot to win next turn because we can equip the Hyena Umbra and Core Spirit Dancer, hopefully draw another aura between the draw for the turn. Okay, Ugin. So Ugin is more annoying because we can't really come back from Ugin. Yep. O-Stone would not be a problem, but we can't really beat an Ugin. Yeah, I will concede because we can't really beat an Ugin. So for this matchup, we definitely want Damping Sphere, we want Gaddock Teague to block the Planeswalkers, and we actually want Suppression Fields. We're going to remove, we don't care about flying necessarily. Let's maybe make a list here. We don't care about Lifelink in this matchup. Sixth Sense is the weakest of the auras, so we can take that out. We also don't care about Edict Defense, so we can take this out. And I'd like that. Now we're on the play, so hopefully we can do something interesting. An early stage Suppression Fields or Damping Sphere would be ideal. The Suppression Field even limits, for example, cracking the Expedition map to search for their Tron pieces. And it also, for example, if they do turn 3 Karn and we have a Suppression Field, they can't actually activate Karn because they would need 2 more mana. So it's a nice little hit card. Tron is one of those classic matchups that really depends the draw versus play. So we don't have hate cards, but we do have a creature and stuff to do. We also have a path, so for now we'll keep. Hope for the best. Temple Garden, same rinse and repeat from last game. Damping Sphere would be ideal. Okay, interesting. Our opponent is not keeping good Tron hands. I'm very confused about it. We are losing, but these are not good Tron hands. So let's go Temple Garden untapped. Let's go Hyena Umbra. Let's go Spirit Mantle. We probably will win this game. Unless they somehow have an Edict effect in green. Or some form of life gain. Sure, where's this tower? To play the Razor Verge Thicket to get back our Lurrus. And depending on what they have, we might kill them next turn. If they play Ugin again, we're kind of screwed. All this dust is fine, actually. Because we can just play Lurrus and re-equip stuff. So Horizon Canopy. Let's play Lurrus. I'm actually going to equip Lurrus with one of the Umbras. So if they have an Oblivion Stone, it actually survives. Someone's crying, sure. Another All is Dust. That is quite annoying. Back-to-back All is Dusts. Interesting. Let's crack this Horizon Canopy. I would prefer to run out the Core Spirit Dancer with something to attach to it, just in case of a Oblivion Stone. But it is also true that we only need one equipment to win. So let's risk it and we keep both Mana Tithe and Path to Exile up. If they have something like Ugin, we can Mana Tithe it. If they have... Okay, now we can't Mana Tithe anything. So this is Ulamog. Yeah. We will path it, but this is getting increasingly difficult. And he chose the non-tapped land. He chose the tapped land instead of the non-tapped land. So we can path Ulamog. Rancor does not help at the moment. Yeah, back-to-back Wraths are annoying. We are not a resilient deck. To rebuild, we're kind of Glass Cannon. competition map, sure. Damping Sphere would still be interesting here at this point in the game. Yeah, let's just mana Tithe card. Horizon Canopy, let's crack Horizon Canopy. Yeah, that's most likely going to be game at this point. You have way too much mana. You have like 15 mana. Yeah, Worm Coil. Yeah, this is most likely game. That second, if it wasn't for the second All is Dust, we would have won this match, but sometimes that happens. Yeah. So we just lost against Mono Green Tron. It's kind of an annoying matchup. Depends a lot on the draw go or the draw play scenario, and also how many rats they actually play. But yeah, let's see if we're a little bit more lucky now. Loris as our companion. We have a one lander, but we have a lot of pants to put on our elf. This is very soft to discard, but we will keep this. Again. So fun fact, I did a previous recording for this, where we played against 5 Blood Moon decks in a row, which forced me to put another Plains in the deck, and I decided to not upload that recording because all the games were very similar and boring. I hope we don't get 5 Tron matchups in a row, because that will just be depressing. So let's go Hyena Umbra. Let's go Ethereal Armor. But he will have, most likely, turn 3 Tron. Probably play a Karn. Warping Whale. Okay, maybe this is Eldrazi Tron. And not Mono Green Tron. Natural Tron. Do you have a Karn? Okay, Thought Knot Seer, that's fine. We don't care too much about Thought Knot Seer. He'll probably take the Core Spirit Dancer, yeah. Spirit Mantle would be nice. Second Thought Knot Seer. Or Daybreak Coronet, just to give Vigilance. Let's play Temple Garden tapped, even though this allows us to play less of our creatures. Of our creatures, no, our Umbras. Okay. Griff Spoon or Rancor would also be nice here, just to force in the... Okay, he has Blast Zone. That's why he didn't block. But this is fine because our pants will protect us. We will lose all the enchantments though. Okay, Slippery Boggle. Let's just attack here. We want him to force the... We want to force the Blast Zone. Anyway, it doesn't matter if we lose our creature at this point, we just want to play another one. And play our Spider Umbra. Yeah. This will be hard to come back from. We'll go down to 3 at the moment. Yeah, that's game. Tron is very annoying with this deck. So just as last time, we'll bring in these. Actually, here Gaddock is not that important. They do have some planeswalkers, but not that many. Yeah, we can put both of them. Dismember is good in this matchup. Suppression Field is not necessarily good. Force of Vigor might be interesting. We'll see. So here, Griffboon is important. I think Mana Tithe can come out. Spirit Mantle is important. Life Gain is important. Sixth Sense can come out. What more do we cut? Maybe one Spider Umbra. One less Gaddock. Maybe one Cartouche. Run it like that. Force of Vigor is important because they usually play Chalice of the Void, and a Chalice on 1 completely destroys our deck. This is an easy keep. We can make a very big creature on turn 2, but we might postpone it just to keep up Rancor for the Force of Vigor. Horizon Canopy, so let's go Ethereal Armor. Let's actually go Rancor. Even if they play Chalice on 1 now, we have the Force and we have Core Spear Dancer, so we're not completely out of place. Yep, that's fine. Ooh, Damping Sphere. Very nice, very nice. So now I can play Damping Sphere. Discontinue the beatdown. Okay, let's play another Rancor. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I forgot about Chalice. That was bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. Completely forgot about Chalice, despite talking about it multiple times. Sure. You might get Ensnaring Bridge, which also is usually kind of an issue for our deck. But since we have the Force, it should be fine. Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, Okay, second Force of Vigor is good. Let's play Core Spirit Dancer. We don't care about the card at this point. Yeah, he will now play Ensnaring Bridge, and we end of turn can just destroy the Ensnaring Bridge, and okay, that's more annoying. But still not too dramatic. Sure. You can't activate this, right? Yeah. Is this Chalice on 0? Okay. Let's just force now. This doesn't affect the Force of Vigor. It has to do with the number that's on the card, but this way it's just easier. Okay, just run it back. Loris is our buddy again. Okay. Again, a hand that's soft to a blast zone effect. There's a Rich Thickets. Let's play Slippery Boggle. Here we kind of want to rush down our opponent. So turn 2 we'll go Ethereal Armor and Spider Armor. Turn 3 we go Core Spirit Dancer and Umbra. And both creatures are protected for an eventual blast zone. Not protected against all this dust. Another Bogle. So let's just go Spider Umbra, Ethereal Armor. We'll probably have turn 3 Tron, which is annoying and sad. Okay, no turn 3 Tron. This is good. Even if he plays Chalice, okay. Even if he played Chalice, we could just run Umbras into the Chalice to draw off Core Spirit Dancer. Gaddock-Teeg. There is an argument to play Gaddock-Teeg here over Core Spirit Dancer, I guess. Yeah, let's postpone the Core Spirit Dancer, because Gaddock-Teeg blocks out Karn, blocks out any annoying artifacts, Planeswalkers, etc. Chalices. Walking Ballistas. No, Walking Ballista, actually no. But... Sure. Let's play a land. Let's force him to pop this Blast Zone before playing Core Spirit Dancer. Or maybe he doesn't. Yeah, this is fine. We don't care about this. Now we can go Core Spirit Dancer. Put some pants on the Spirit Dancer, giving it some protection. Another land. And pass the turn. Okay. We don't care too much about the net dot nuts here. As long as we can draw some more auras to put on our Core Spirit Dancer, it's fine. Okay, another Core Spirit Dancer. Let's crack the canopy. Okay, nice, very nice. Daybreak Coronets. So let's equip Daybreak Coronets on the Core Spirit Dancer. And let's just get in. So now we need something that can give us trample or flying, or spirit protection, and we're very ahead, but let's see. They managed to kill Gadok Teak though, they can Karn and get an Ensnaring Bridge, then we're dependent on drawing the Force of Vigor. But let's see. Damping Sphere would still be nice in this scenario, I think. There's a Ballista, yeah. He'll kill, or try to kill the Gadok Teak. We really want some form of evasion here, just to force through the damage. We can also get Luris at some point from the companion zone. Okay, Rancor. Rancor should beat game. Yeah, let's play Damping Sphere just in case something weird happens. Now he's forced to block with Thought Nuts here. Or even with both. Well, he can block with the Ballista, but then he can't ping me. And he'll go down to 1. He can steal all his dust from this scenario if he draws another land. But we will, if he does that, we will fetch a Dryad Arbor. Sure. Hopefully he attacks. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now we can fetch Dryad Arbor and just win. Can't play Dismember, there's no free spells to deal with this in these colors. Dryad Arbor for the win. Alright, we are midway through Modern League, we're 1-1. We lost to Big Tron, we beat Eldrazi Tron. Let's see what awaits us in match 3. Kinda wanted to play against Burn or something. I really don't want a 100% Tron League, because that would be quite boring. So what do you guys think of the enemy fetchland reprints in Modern Horizons 2? Think it's a significant reprint or not? Let me know. know in the comment section down below. Yes, we will play first. Lure us into the companion zone. This hand is borderline keepable, but I typically don't like keeping Dryad Arbor hands because there's way too much efficient removal in Modern. And this will probably just get bolted and just put us back a turn. So we're going to mulligan. Okay, this is better. So let's keep this. We're actually going to bottom Core Spirit Dancer. So we're tight on mana. So who is better, a slippery boy or an elf with a big knife? Let's keep our slippery boy for now. Has a very dramatic flavor text. He's so slippery that the knives don't land on him. The fact that this thing is actually tasty is something that bothers me. Also, this art is way better than the reprint art from Modern Horizons, maybe? Or Modern Masters, don't remember. What is our opponent playing? Blood Crypt. So this is probably some form of Death Shadow. Let's Rancor here. Getting some damage. There is an argument to play the Scouts since they are in black to avoid any Liliana Edict effect, but we can also do that next turn. Or keep up Mana Tithe. Okay, Grixis. So this is control. Or not. Okay. Land, good. Let's play Spider Umbra. And on their upkeep, we will path that thing to avoid playing, to avoid Pact of Negation. And so they don't, they're not capable of using the land this turn. That thing can grow at a faster rate than our Slippery Boy, so it's not ideal to keep him in check, to keep him on the battlefield. If it was like the Monastery Swift Sphere or the other guy, the Soul Scourge Mage, we wouldn't care that much because it's temporary boosting, but the fact that that's counters, eventually they have a bigger creature than us. Seal of Fire. I didn't know I don't think this is the typical build of this deck. I don't think this deck usually plays Seal of Fire. Let's play Razorwitch Thicket. Attack. Keep our Mana Tithe mana up. I'm going to get Lurrus from the companion zone. Might be useful next turn. This is... okay. I was going to say that this is probably a way to turn on Spectacle. But yeah, sure. You can also just throw a flurry of burn spells. For no good reason. Yeah, if we get the life linking aura, game is done basically. Croxa, sure. We will discard Glade Cover Scouts. Because we can just replay it with Lurrus if we want to. Okay, so let's play Ethereal Armor. Hold up Mana Tithe, just in case. There is no better pleasure than Mana Tithing a big spell. Yeah, cool. So this is some form of prowess / random control deck. I think Damping Sphere might be interesting. Leyline of Sanctity might also be interesting, given we're going to be on the draw now. Maybe a Dismember. So we can take out the Cartouche, maybe. I don't think they will have like Liliana. Griffspoon, they have flying, so Griffspoon loses its appeal. They don't know about the Mana Tithe, so I would keep it in for now. Take out 6 cents. What else? We need to cut 2 more cards. Maybe it is the Mana Tides. Yeah, let's just take... but countering like a Manamorphose is very interesting. Spirit Link is good. Yeah, I think we need to cut out the Mana Tides. Run it like that. We should have also put the Lurrus back in the deck because of Leyline of Sanctity. He can't be our companion. So this hand is interesting because if we resolve the Core Spirit Dancer, then we just like go off like crazy. So we have to keep this. Even though we don't have a turn 1 play, we do have enough redundancy to counteract any discard. Damping Sphere. Let's play Horizon Canopy. I've also considered running Once Upon a Time in this deck over the 2 6 cents, but I'm not entirely sure if it would be worth it. I think we're going to run into a counterspell, so I'll try to bait that out with Damping Sphere. Hopefully we get another land. This also might just be like Grixis control with the Spirit Dragons and not necessarily the Prowess deck, but we'll see. Our opponent is very confused about what he needs to do. If they tap out, I'll probably run the Core Spirit. That's fine. I'll run the Core Spirit Dancer. I just don't want to get it mana leaked. They do probably have a bolt for it though, so I might wait a turn. Yeah, let's wait a turn, because if they have removal, then we have nothing to do. This also makes it that we can't actually play Core Spirit Dancer plus the threats. But we'll see. Yeah, this might not be actually the prowess list where they just play Manamorphose into mutagenic growth and just smash your face. This might be more of a control variant that just has Bright Dragon to finish. Otherwise, our opponent is the slowest aggro player in history. Sure. We would want to see some land, some creatures. This thing is now, yeah, these have to come out. I thought this was the prowess deck. This is not the prowess deck. This has to come out because this hinders us more than them at this moment. Yeah, I'm going to crack our Rising Cannon because we need to find some action. Play Windswept, eat, pass. Sure. Our opponent is also stuck on lands. Let's get a Temple Garden tapped. Spirit Mantle. Yeah, this is not going as planned. We probably shouldn't have kept that land, that hand, without the 1-mana creatures. Another Umbra. Once we do get a creature, though, we are very well, very well equipped. At this point, they're probably full of counter spells, so we should wait to play our threats. Croxa, sure. Can also reanimate Croxa next turn, which is annoying, but would probably give us an opening to actually play a creature. Yeah, so if we play a creature now, he probably has Mana Leak or something similar. So let's wait a turn, because he'll probably reanimate Croxa, and then we can play our creature and equip it already with something like Spider Umbra or Ethereal Armor. Okay. Dismember. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to run our only threat into a counterspell. So let's wait until our opponent taps out or something. We'll discard another Spider Umbra. Sure. Let's try to bait out some counter magic here. And let's play out Dryad Arbor. Question is, do we equip the Dryad Arbor? Or do we just run a threat? You know, let's play Slippery Bogle now. Because if they counter, we can just put the Spider Umbra on the Dryad Arbor. Drown on the lock? Sure. But now we can put a Spider Umbra on our Dryad Arbor, and we're going to try to go for the Dryad Arbor win. Maybe they have Force of Negation. Maybe they have Lightning Bolts. Who knows? But we need to do something at some point. Yep. Yeah, we probably will concede because now they will play Croxa. They do have only one card in hands, so... Yeah, this Damping Sphere is kind of not doing anything. I misread entirely the matchup. We need to discard Spirit Mantle. And if we don't draw a creature now, we just concede. And they probably have another Drown on the luck anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's game. Okay. So Damping Sphere is coming out. And we're going to put in one Rest in Peace. And probably Lurith. That should be fine. Grixis control. Yeah, this is a keep. Start out with Temple Garden, and then next turn equip the Hyena, Umbra, and the Rancor. Start the beatdown. Ethereal Armor would be a good draw, or Daybreak Coronet. Penny is thinking about his hand, or her hand. Mulligan to 5. Interesting. Was he unlucky, or does he have some weird sideboard hate against Boggles? Mishra's Bauble. Mishra's Bauble is such a good magic card. It could also be something to put into this deck instead of Sixth Sense, just to have some card draw. Since we also then have Lurrus. I don't know. Could be an option. Leyline of Sanctity. So let's go Hyena Umbra. And let's go Rancor. We would really love Ethereal Armor next turn, or Daybreak Coronets. They probably do have like something like engineered explosives, given their multicolor deck, so we have to be aware of that. Core Spirit Dancer. So let's try to bait out something with this Core Spirit Dancer. We don't care too much if it gets countered. Because I prefer to be able to resolve Aluris afterwards. And the best way to play against control is to actually put threats on the board that they have to deal with. This will probably get bolted or fatal pushed. If it doesn't, however, we can equip it with some pants. Start attacking. Dark Confidence. That is a card that I haven't seen in a while. Okay, so this is good for us. So now let's equip Spider Umbra on Core Spirit Dancer. And hopefully get some nice draws. Ethereal Armor is a very nice draw. So let's play Ethereal Armor. Horizon Canopy number 2. Let's play a land. Let's get in with both creatures. And he needs to chump block the Core Spirit Dancer because this is lethal. No point in chump blocking the scat because we have trample. Sweet. Now unless he has like Bonsu's Last Reckoning, I think we're in the clear. And even if he has a sweeper, we have 2 Totem Armor enchantments. Okay, so let's go into match 4. 2 updates. In the current scenario, we lost against Mono Green Tron, and we beat both Eldrazi Tron and I guess Grixis Control, kind of, with a prowess finish. And we are playing green-white Boggles in Modern. Let me know down below in the comments section what would be the preferred format you guys would like to see me play. We have won the die roll. Loris is our buddy. And we have a borderline keepable hand. Hopefully we're not playing against Burn with this hand. Let's go with the Elf this time. We're always playing the Boggle, let's go with the Elf. Okay then. We have won. Just in case, actually, I'm going to bring in Leyline of Sanctity. Let's cut out Spirit Link, Cartouches, and 1/6 cents, just in case. Because now we're going to be on the draw, and this might be some form of discard deck, I don't know. Some weird combo. Who knows? We do have a Leyline but no creatures, so this is a mulligan. We have creatures. We're going to bottom a land, I think. Because if they do turn 1 discard, they take one of the creatures, we have the second one, and we have auras to put up. Let's take out Winslow Teeth. Okay, Watery Grave. Did they? Oh, really? That 8th card, Leyline of Sanctity. Well, let's play Reservoir Thicket. And again, let's go with the Elf. Okay, this is Dimir Control. Okay, let's play Spider Umbra. Sure, that's fine. No, we will not pay. We'll just play another Spider Umbra. We really want to resolve this Sixth Sense just to get some card draw, because we will need to run, as in the previous matchup, we will need to run some spells into these counters just to force the situation. I actually prefer the Sixth Sense over the Rancor, so let's play Rancor first. Hopefully we bait out something. Rancor is a good enough... Okay. I was going to say Rancor is a good enough aura that if they have a counterspell, they would probably use it. But maybe not. Apparently I was wrong. Yeah, Archmage's Charm, sure. This is an issue with Supreme Verdict next turn. But given we have the Umbra, it's not too bad at the moment. Might also play a Teferi here. Also, they're probably going to start Cryptic Command loops. Let's play another Rancor, because Rancors are, they recur themselves even if the creature dies. So probably they're going to come out with a Cryptic Command, or maybe not. Something also that we need to avoid is getting a Snapcaster block, because we're at 2, and then they follow up with a Supreme Verdict. Okay. Let's play the Plains. Let's actually crack this Horizon Canopy. See if we can draw something that can win us the game. This is not something that can win us the game. So let's continue the beatdown. Snapcaster, sure. Now the issue here is if they follow up with the Supreme Verdict on their turn, or a Wrath of God, or a Damnation. But then we can just Glade Cover Scout again and just replay the Rancors because they come back. He's drawing a lot of cards. Or he is very unlucky, or... Yep, okay, very quick match. So we are currently 3-1. This last match wasn't a normal match, I guess. The opponent conceded immediately in the first game. I don't know what happened there. Also, he drew like 8 additional cards this game and didn't find an answer. So that was kind of weird against Esper Control. We did beat Is it no Grixis Control / Prowess and Eldrazi-tron. Let's see if we can do the 4-1. We won the die roll. Very nice, very nice. We have a 1-lander. We'll keep, we'll risk it. Our hand is very good if we draw a second land. We have the cartouche anyway for turn 2. Let's see. We would like to draw another land and go Daybreak Coronet at some point. So Razorwitch Thickets, let's play our Slippery Boy. Will the opponent concede like the last one? Is it the mirror match? Okay, not the mirror match, but Arbor Elf. This is probably Heliod's combo, which is a hard matchup for us, to be honest. But let's do what we can. Basically, have no interaction with the Heliod and Spike Feeder combo. Although I had a pretty funny game against these guys once, where I got to like 400 life or something. Another Arbor Elf. Another land would be nice. Not a land. Let's continue the cartouche plan. Thing is, next turn they have Collected Company mana, and they can just land the combo off Collected Company, which is quite annoying. They can get a Spike Feeder, and they can get Heliod, basically that generates them infinite life. Or they can, they generate infinite life, and they eventually get a Ballista, and generate infinite damage off of Ballista. Let's see. Okay, opting to draw a card. They don't have Collected Company in hand. This is what that tells me. Or maybe they have one part of the combo and not the other. Yeah, this will be main phase. Collected Company, probably. Okay, or Skyclave Apparition. Sure. Land, very nice. So let's Daybreak Coronet. Let's attack with everything. Thing is, they don't necessarily care too much about losing life, because if they land a combo, they just win. Next turn we can play Spirit Mantle and try to force the damage through. Here's the Spike Feeder. Path would be very nice now. Another Spirit Mantle. So we can play the Spirit Mantle, make a 6/6, drop them to 3. Hopefully they don't draw Heliod. Or we can go Daybreak Coronet, force them to block. But they would be at 1 anyway. So actually, I think I'm going to go the Spirit Mantle route and to force damage through. Because it's a turn to, even if I would put, you can stay back. Even if I would put the Daybreak Coronet, we would have an 8/8, so they could actually take the damage, go to 1, and if they have Heliod, just win anyway. So this way it's basically the same, it's virtually the same. Either they have Heliod or they don't have Heliod. They do have Heliod, yeah. So I'll let them do a little bit of the loop, but then I'll probably concede. So basically what happens is they remove a counter from Spike Feeder. They gain 2 life, so when they gain life, Heliod allows you to put a 1/1 counter on another target creature. So they do this an infinite amount of times. Then eventually what happens is they get a Walking Ballista with lifelink, so they give the Walking Ballista lifelink and remove counters from the Walking Ballista, basically replenishing the counters and just dealing infinite damage. So obviously this, like, we can't do, they can just do 200 or 300, whatever, some random big number, and this eventually ends, so I'll just concede the game. That was just for you guys to see what is the goal of this. This matchup is very hard for us, so Suppression Field is very good in this matchup. Leyline of Sanctity prevents Ballista damage from coming through, so if they don't have actually a way to destroy enchantments, they can't actually kill us. Force of Vigor might be useful, although not too useful, let's see. So Cartouche can come out. Griff Spoon, I think, can come out. Mana Tithe can be interesting. Path to Exile is good. Actually, Dismember can come in to kill the Spike Feeder. Sixth Sense can come out. Spider Umbra can come out. Need to cut 3 more cards. Maybe the Force, because Heliod is indestructible. Maybe the Force of Vigor is not that good. And we cut the Spirit Link. Run it like that. Okay, we have Leyline, we have creatures, and we have auras. Of course, they can also make an arbitrarily big ballista at some point and just kill us with it, but that's a little bit more mana intensive to achieve. Here we want to deal damage as quick as possible before they get 4 mana. Not the land we wanted, but we'll take it. Let's go Rancor. Suppression Field would be nice. Gavany Township. They can basically combo off next turn. Opponent thinking about what to do. He's probably thinking if he should like expose one of his combo pieces. He might have both the Spike Feeder and Heliod in hand. And he's considering if he should expose them to any form of interaction. Otherwise, there's no point in thinking here, I guess. Do you guys know there is actually an animal called Birds of Paradise? Magus of the Moon. Okay, interesting. Did not know this was a thing in this deck. Yeah, cool. Cool. We're going to jam anyway. Because if he blocks, we just get our green mana back. And just recast a scout. So now the thing is, he can just collect the company and get both combo pieces and win the game. Topia Sprawl. Sure, let's play a Core Spirit Dancer. These Blood Moon decks. Somehow now every deck in Modern plays Blood Moon. Yesterday I played against a Elves deck that ran Blood Moon mainboard, which I had no idea was a thing now in Modern. So this is probably Collected Company, or he'll just cast the individual pieces of the combo. Or not, or I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. Really want a Path or our Dismember to cast some of these green enchantments. Horizon Canopy. And I think we're passing the turn. This deck is very soft to Blood Moon, by the way. We have 3 basic lands, 2 plains and 1 forest. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, so now he plays Spike Feeder. I wonder how he will get around Leyline, though. Maybe he just makes huge creatures. Let's see. Yeah, so now he plays this guy. He fetches probably Ballista. Yeah. So now he hasn't won yet. This is the thing. So this is why I will not concede immediately. Let's see what we draw. Because Heliod is a creature now, so he will not be able to kill me this turn anyway. And if I draw a path, I can just path the Heliod and we're still in the game. This is the only reason why I won't concede at this point. I have ironically came back from a similar situation where the opponent was at like 150 life. I pathed the Heliod and managed to beat him. So this is why I'm not conceding. Now, will the opponent go to 300 life? Or does he think 100 is reasonable? You can also do this at instant speed, so there's no point in going like super high. Because basically if I don't find a response this exact turn, there is no point in continuing the game. Da 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 da. Write in the comments, what do you think is the bets for the final life total that the opponent will put on himself? Is that enough, opponent? Getting in with Heliod? Sure. Another ley line, so now we will concede. Like, technically we're still not dead even next turn, but yeah. So here we are, back at the deck list. Those were 5 hopefully interesting matchups. As expected, we are soft to fast combo, like in the Heliod matchup. And also Tron, I think most decks in the meta against Tron, it really depends on, it's kind of a race, right? You're not interacting with each other. Whoever does the most broken thing first wins. But yeah, for the price of the deck compared to other modern deck, I think Boggles is a nice deck to play. We had a positive record, 3-2. Yeah, so Tell me what you thought, leave a comment and like down below, and bye bye for now.